Hey everybody, it's Jim. I'm here with a weekend grab and review video. I've got a ton of stuff to get through. It's been about a month since my last update. So like I said, I got a bunch of stuff to go through. I'm leaving out the upgrades and things like that I went from DVD to Blu-ray. Just show you some of the highlights, some of the things that I actually picked up that I already have that I'm going to be flipping on eBay. But let's get started with the music first. I got movies, music, and comics. So, like I said, quite a list to get through. First couple of CDs I picked up, Supertramp, Crisis What Crisis. Love me some Supertramp. A lot of people back in the day had Breakfast in America because it had their big hits on it. But I'll tell you, Crisis What Crisis, even in the quietest moments and stuff like that, those are really great CDs. If you're a fan of Supertramp, make sure you pick up all of those. I have this on an album, but this is the first time I've actually had it on CD. Chickenfoot 3, this is a CD and DVD. Not as good as I had hoped. Chickenfoot 1 was definitely the best of the three so far, but the price was right, so I picked it up. A couple of albums that I picked up. 1983 Steeler with Uwe Malmsteen and Ron Keel. This one is currently on eBay. Hashtag Flipper is what I'm saying. That one will be gone tomorrow. Then I picked up the Bob and Tom Shabby Road. It's not sealed. It still has the plastic cover on it. They just cut the opening there. So with this one to the collection, I have all but 9 of the 60 releases that Bob and Tom have done. So, and the ones that I mainly don't have are the Army releases that were just for the military that they sent over. For our fighting men and women. I don't have those. That pretty much wraps it up for the music that I got. Comics, got a nice little stack of comics here. I'll try to go through these quick as well. With the new movie coming out, Kong of Skull Island, I picked up the variant #1 of that. It's not bad. I don't know if the movie's going to be exactly true to the comic. I'm kind of hoping that it is. It's pretty good so far. This is from Boom Studios. This one here, Marvel 2-in-1 24. I'm a sucker for these old, like the bronze type stuff. I love the artwork on those. It kind of goes back to my childhood, like when I could go into the pharmacies and the drugstores back in the day, and these were hanging in the racks. I just love the old artwork on those. They definitely bring back memories. I also picked up Rocket Raccoon and Groot 1 through 4. Price was right on those as well. $1 a piece, you can't beat that. I absolutely love Rocket. Groot's pretty good too. So I got those. These, Kurt Sutter, the guy that did, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank, Bastard Executioner and Sons of Anarchy. He's doing a comic now, and it's called Lucas Stand. So when I heard that, I rushed right out and picked up issues 1 and 2. I'm checking them out, and they just don't hold up. They're kind of hard to read. The story's pretty bad. I really had high hopes for that because I really love Kurt Sutter, and pretty much everything he ever does, I'm right on top of, but I couldn't get behind these. This was almost one of those where you're looking to see how many pages you have left to go because it just wasn't good. Those are also from Boom Studios. This one is an old one, an old series. But when I saw it, I had never heard of it before. I think it's like 6 years old. It came out in 2010, I think. But the title just grabbed me when I saw it. And I don't know how I missed this and never heard of this before. Hit Monkey. Not Hitman, but Hit Monkey. I got issues 1, issue number 2, and issue number 3. And I love that cover. Hit Monkey. The story is pretty odd, as you can imagine. But it wasn't as bad as Lucas Stand, I can tell you that much. I picked up the final issue, number 3 of Grizzly Shark, and this one is Grizzly Shark versus Sea Bear. This cracks me up. This is a great series. If you haven't checked out Grizzly Shark, you need to do that. 1 and 2, kind of hard to get your hands on. This one might still be in the racks. It's probably sold out by now as well, but that's a great series. Another old-time covers that I just had to pick up. There's no value to these older ones, but the price is right on these. Spider-Man 123 with Power Man, and I picked up Marvel 2-in-1 King Size Annual number 3. It's The Thing and A Man Called Nova. Once again, the artwork on those, you just can't beat those. They just don't do covers like this anymore. and they just grab your attention, and I just love those. I love them. The pick of the litter. If you haven't checked out this title, and though it's kind of off-putting, Hillbilly. This is Hillbilly number 1, and actually I just picked up Hillbilly number 2 today, Inroad Death. These are great stories. It's about a guy that is born with no eyes. A witch gives him eyes, but in trade for that, she says, you know, nothing's for free, basically. You made a deal with basically the devil, and when he gets back home, his house is burnt down and his mother's dead. So that's kind of the trade-off he gets for being able to see again. So he rides out in search of killing all the witches is basically the story. But I'd highly recommend these. These are very good if you can pick them up. Definitely check them out. That does it for all the comics. That does it for all the music. Let's jump into the movies real quick. I won't be reviewing all of them. Some of them I haven't even seen yet. But first up, I have to show you this. And I kind of teased this a couple of videos back. The box set of Halloween on Blu-ray. It's in perfect shape. Still has the leaflet on it that tells you what all the special features are and stuff like that. I picked this up at Half Price Books. The price on it was $50, which is super cheap to start with, because if you check on Amazon, even by other sellers used, it's like $117. This was $50, and I had a 50% off coupon. So I got this whole set for $25, which is just amazing. So kudos to me on that one. Let's see. Duplicates that I got was The Last Dogman. Last of the Dogman, I'm sorry. And The Stupids. These were duplicates I picked up really cheap, so those are on eBay right now as well. Hashtag Flipper. Brothers Grimsby. If you haven't seen this, oh my God. It has some things in it that you can't even believe they put on film. It's pretty funny. I'm not a huge fan of Sacha Baron Cohen. Some of the stuff he does is okay. Talladega Nights, I liked him in that. But his Borat and stuff like that, not so much. But this one is definitely one to check out. It has some pretty funny parts. It's over-the-top comedy. The elephant scene, clear the room of kids because you don't want them around. And check it out. It's pretty funny. An old one, picked up on Blu-ray. My Boyfriend's Back. This is a really good movie. It's an old movie, of course. The guy, he's in love with this girl. He doesn't know how to quite tell her. He's in the convenience store, the gas station convenience store that she works in when it gets held up. He jumps in front of the bullet, and as he's dying, he asks her to the prom, and she says yes, of course, because, you know, he just sacrificed his life for her. And so, based upon this promise, he comes back from the dead to take her to the prom. Really good. This has Philip C. Hoffman in it as a high school kid. It's crazy to see the you know, well-known actors of today in old movies and the parts that they played. And actually, in a movie theater, in a scene, I'm not sure he even had any lines. He might have had a quick couple of lines. It was, oh my gosh, I'm totally losing his name right now. Oh, I'm sorry. That'll come back to me. Hold on. We'll get back to that. 33, it's about the miners in Chile. It's based on a true story. I haven't seen this yet. It's in heavy rotation now on HBO. I thought I'd check it out. Secret in Their Eyes, I haven't checked this out. Plan on watching this evening. Looks like a pretty good thriller. Can't wait to see that one. Killer Image, I vaguely remember this from years ago. It has Michael Ironside in it. But, yeah, I'll check this out. I like the older ones. This probably is not going to hold up very good. They pumped these out pretty quick back in the day. But, yeah, we'll check it out and see. Matthew McConaughey. That's who it was. Yeah, you hardly recognize him, too. And he wasn't doing, all right, all right, all right. That was my Matthew McConaughey right there. That's pretty good, wasn't it? Okay, so on to the next one. Sacrament is it's a crazy movie. It's about this group of cameramen that come in kind of to do a documentary on this Jim Jones type of guy. And they go into his compound and everything, and things really go bad. I think this is actually on Netflix, too. If you're interested, check it out. I don't know if a lot of people will buy this or have bought this, but I think I would definitely give this a rewatch. It's actually pretty good. The Guest. This has been out a while as well. This cat comes home from the military, and he goes to this house claiming to be the dead son's friend from the military, and the family takes him in, and you find out that this guy's got ulterior motives, and he's kind of not right in the head. It's got some great action scenes. It's very suspenseful. Check it out. It's really good. Desperate Measures is an old one with Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton plays a really good bad guy, especially in this one. If you hadn't seen this, check it out. He plays a convict, and this cop, Andy Garcia, his child needs a transplant of some time. I can't remember if it's a kidney or what it is. He needs an organ donor. Might even be a heart. I don't remember for sure. Michael Keaton is a good match for that, and he's on death row anyway, so he goes to the hospital. He's going to give the child the organ, and he tries to escape. This is a really good movie as well. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Up next, The Wave on DVD. I tried to get this on Blu-ray, and it's sold out everywhere. This is a Norwegian movie, and it's loosely based on a true story. So there's this place in Norway that's way below sea level, and what happened way back years ago was there was a huge rock slide. All the rocks fell into the water, and it caused this great big wave to come in and totally wiped out this whole town, this village, or whatever you want to call it. And so this movie takes over years in the future, of course, present time, and they've got all these, sensors and things so they think they have an early warning system now to be able to warn the people that actually still live there. They've rebuilt in case a wave of that magnitude is going to happen again. And it's really good. It's got subtitles. It's currently on Netflix as well. Check it out to see, get a taste of it, see if it's your kind of movie. I've talked to a couple of other people that have seen it. They didn't care for it too much. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the acting was pretty good, even with subtitles. It's a pretty straightforward story. There's no twists or turns or anything like that, but still pretty good from Norway with subtitles. Check it out. Funny Man with Christopher Lee. I didn't remember this one at all. I don't think I ever seen it before. And it's funny that Christopher Lee would even put his name on this. He was in the movie probably a total of maybe 5 minutes. He was in it at the beginning at a card game, and he kind of loses his mansion to this guy, and the guy goes to the mansion, and something's released. It's this Joker thing that eventually kills off the family and the friends that come to visit in crazy ways. The story makes absolutely no sense at all. The ending is mixed up. You really don't know what's going on. Christopher Lee, is he in a mental institution just dreaming all this? What's going on? Christopher Lee, shame on you for doing this kind of movie. I will tell you that if it was just released as some kind of a B-rated movie, the Joker here, the Jester, he's pretty funny. He does a lot of fourth wall breaking where he talks to the audience. The kill scenes are pretty cool. But I just expected more because it had Christopher Lee. If somebody just said, hey, check out this crazy B movie, it would have held up a little bit better. Speaking of crazy B movie, Breeders. This is another old one. I couldn't believe I didn't have this already. I've seen it a million times, so I don't know if I've seen this on actually Amazon maybe or something like that here recently. It's just about these aliens that come down, and of course they are breeding. And it's a lot of gratuitous nudity. It's a pretty crappy movie, actually. But as a collector, you have to grab it. Tom Hanks and The Burbs. Of course, everybody's seen that. Picked it up on Blu-ray. It's a Best Buy exclusive. You got to have that in your collection. The Green Room. This is really good. This has the late Anton Yelchin in it. He's the actor that just recently died. I think the cause of death was his car actually rolled into him and crushed him up against his fence at his home. Very sad. He's really good in this movie. And also it stars Patrick Stewart. And Patrick Stewart plays a pretty good mean guy in this, villain. He is a kind of an owner of an establishment where the white supremacists go and party and hang out and stuff. And so Yelchin's band goes, and they actually witness something that they shouldn't while they're there playing. And so the white supremacists won't let him leave until Patrick Stewart's character shows up and decides what they're going to do with him. And what they're going to do with him is get rid of him because they've seen too much. So it's a really good movie. It's sad that Anton Yelchin's gone. I'm not sure if this is his last movie. I've just seen a trailer for a movie that's coming out with him where he's helping the ghost of a dead girl find her killer or something. So I don't know which one was actually his last movie, but I know this for sure was one of his last. And really good. Pick it up. Check it out. Patrick Stewart, really good villain. Picked up the old 1920s Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with John Barrymore. The transfer on this is absolutely awful, of course. What do you expect of this film? It's a silent film. I didn't have this. I picked it up because, of course you have to have that in your collection. It's got a nice picture disc on it and the insert. So I went ahead and picked it up. Probably never watch it again. This is a really cool set. This is actually two movies in one. This is the 42nd Street Forever Grindhouse Trailers twofer. So you get Volume 1 and Volume 2 of 42nd Street Forever. If you don't know what that is, basically it's just DVD full of trailers from the late 60s and the 70s. And it's pretty cool because you actually see movies that you don't know about and you're like, God, I need to check out that movie. It's pretty good. I mean, each one has like 60 trailers on it. Some of these were like the X-rated movies, that not the triple X, but the X-rated. A lot of nudity, you know, a lot of adult themes and things like that. It has like the Italian Stallion with Sylvester Stallone, Hard Candy, Charlie and the Hooker. Those are some of the titles of the trailers that you'll see. And then it gets on to other stuff like Death Has Blue Eyes, Iron Master, The Bullet Machine, a lot of like car movies and a lot of action movies. And then there's some of the old black and white stuff. Destroy All Monsters is on this one. And it's pretty much the same thing on Volume 2. It's just about 60 trailers or something like that. And this one has like the Pom Pom Girls, Stingray, Sugar Hill, the Hellcats. It's just nothing but trailers. Like I said, it's really cool because you actually see these and you're reminded of these movies, or you're like, I've never seen that movie before. I have to find that somewhere on DVD to check that out. So it's a pretty cool set. Then I have the movie Bite. This just came out, I think, last week or the week before. It's kind of the same old story. We've seen it before. Girl's on a girl's trip with her friends. She gets bitten by a bug. You know, kind of, ouch, that hurt. She gets home. She starts, you know, this is infected. And then pretty soon, you know, things really get bad. And as you can see, you know, she actually turns into something more than just a bad bug bite. The thing I like about this movie, even though I've seen it before, the actress did a really good job when she actually turned into the creature. She was really creepy. The way she did her head twitching and the contact lenses in the eyes added to the effect. It was really good. And the thing I also like about this movie is the slipcover is not the same slipcover that's on the movie. It actually has the reversible cover. So it has the same cover as the slip cover, but you can flip it around and put this other cover on too. I like it when they do that. Up next is the Batman vs. Superman, The Dawn of Justice. This is a lenticular digibook. It's got 64 pages. The book itself actually just shows a bunch of concept art that was in the movie, pictures from the movie, claymation stuff to show you how the Batman character was going to look in the people's heads before they actually got it on film. I wasn't going to buy anything this spectacular because I didn't care for the movie that much, but when I saw this, it's so cool I just had to have it. And of course it has additional footage, and this is the rated R version, and to be totally honest, I saw very little that I could point to and say, yeah, that's why it got an R rating, and only a couple of scenes that I recognized that were new in this one. I'm not sure where the other 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it was, came from, because I really didn't see it. And as far as the R rating goes, I really couldn't see it either. But that's the lenticular cover. It switches from Superman to Batman. It's a nice collector's item to have. I'll proudly own it. Speaking of which, I saw Suicide Squad today. Check it out. And last but not least is Meet the Deedles on VHS. When I saw this, I'm looking at this cat and I'm like, who is that? And then I looked at the back and that is Paul Walker. I don't remember this movie at all. I haven't watched it yet, but I can't wait to check it out. This is like from the early 90s, I believe. It was from, oh my God, I don't see a date. I don't know. But anyway, this is a Disney Enterprise movie, so it had to be from the early 90s anyway. But I'll definitely check that out, let you know what I think once I see it. But it was just funny to see Paul Walker in this. But I guess that's all for the weekend grabs and reviews. I did have one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. Check this out. So I'm at my local Best Buy here in Indiana, and as you can see, the shelves are looking pretty bare. It looks like the actual physical media is starting to disappear slowly but surely. A lot of the new titles, but the older stuff is gone. So yeah, it doesn't look good for collectors. Yeah, so let me know what you're seeing at your stores, and see if you think that the actual physical media that at least I love is phasing out and it's going more to digital downloads and things like that, or if maybe Amazon is just offering deals that are too good and people are just doing mail order and the retail stores aren't doing as well. I really don't know what the answer is, but I hope it's not going away. I love the physical media. I like to hold it in my hand. I like to see it. The digital stuff just doesn't do it for me. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I apologize. This has been a kind of a long movie. We're at 20 minutes now. So if you're still with me, I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I got to go because that's all I got for you.